The idea that she would try to kill her only daughter, one she hadn't seen in 17 years. Perhaps the prosecution can offer some explanation for why she would do such a thing.
I like Godot suffer.
Same.
Listen, there's nothing in this world that isn't possible. Except for one little thing.
Yes. What is this one little impossible thing?
Me being a reasonable person. Cute girls never lie. Ever.
Zero brain cells alert. Zero brain cells alert.
Cute girls never poison people either.
Literally?
Too soon.
People are like books. We've all got
I'm about to fucking eat. Holy
Oh yeah,
shit.
this is my favorite quote from him. It's so stupid.
Hello everyone and welcome back to 4 Pixels. Cuckoo and Moon are here with our guest Pinks, and we are continuing Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations.
Shouldn't the witness have been able to see the crime more clearly?
Normally yes, Your Honor. But according to the head nun, Sister Bikini, on the night of the crime, it was impossible to light that stone lantern.
Impossible?
It hadn't been used in a long time and the wick was no good. In other words, it had to be nearly pitch black in the garden that night. There could have been a faint light coming from the training hall, but that's all.
Most enlightening.
Phoenix just looks at the judge and is like, Are you for real? Literally everything to do with this is just shit. No one knows what's going on.
Yes, that illuminating fact has chased away all the contradictions. If the staff was dropped, it would be difficult to see. It also explains why they didn't recognize each other. We can't see the demons that lurk in the night. That's why humans are weak. Isn't that right, trite?
Phoenix is just stuck on that. Literally the thought of, you believe in demons? Like, ghosts are one thing, demons a whole other level.
Godot is a demon, confirmed?
Confirmed.
By the way, I was telling my mom how you guys killed me on Tuesday. And she was like, okay, so what did they say to make you laugh? And I'm like, you know what? I don't even freaking remember. I was dying. Like I have amnesia or something.
I was so fucking mad.
I think
Godot.
Yeah, I think we were just ragging Godot.
He's such a fucking tire fire of a human being. He's not even a human being. He's just like a fucking pile of shit. Like, pile of shit and coffee beans.
Accurate.
Like, I was thinking a lot about what you said about how he's worse than Von Karma, and it's so true because, like, Von Karma at least owned up to his shit. He didn't, like, pretend to be morally superior to other people.
Yeah.
You know, he was like,
it's pretty...
I only care about being perfect and winning, and yeah, if I need to do evil shit, I'm gonna do evil shit.
I killed a man. Like, literally.
I'll tase you right here and now.
People do whatever it takes to be the best.
Here, Your Honor. Let me present the stone lantern into evidence. Maybe it will rekindle the flame of truth in your mind. The pun train isn't going to stop.
Yeah, well, too fucking bad the wick is apparently out, so you can't use it, you fucking moron. Why is the judge just sitting there with that look on his face? I think he's about as fucked up by this as you are, Feeny.
What's wrong, Your Honor? Was that flame too hot?
This lantern. There's something written on it.
Oh, not this shit again.
Why, it's written in blood.
Oh boy. Also, that means they brought the whole fucking ass lantern to the trial.
I'm pretty
They
sure.
picked it up and moved it. Holy sh- So the judge didn't know about that yet?
Written in blood?
It says... It says Maya, upside down.
Honest to God, how y'all get Maya from
What
that?
the?
Yes, that's right. After being cornered and then stabbed by Mystic Maya, Mystic Elise didn't fall down right away. She must have been writing that on the stone lantern behind her, with the blood that was draining out of her body.
The Fae women need to stop fucking writing Maya's name in their own blood on things. They just need to stop.
It looks that way.
Hang on. Hang on just a minute. What are you all talking about?
Oh, I get it. Ah.
What do you mean, what are we talking about?
We're talking about the message written in blood.
Nonsense. This lantern is as clean as a whistle.
Could it be? He can't see the bloody writing at all? Now that I think of it, he did say something to me yesterday.
My eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything.
So that's what he meant by that.
In any case, this is obviously an important clue. We now know that the crime scene was dark, and that the victim scrawled this message on the stone lantern. Well, Mr. Godot, anything further? Mr. Godot?
Okay then. Let's move on.
Godot is literally shaking, and somehow I don't think it's from a caffeine overdose.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, same. It probably also could be cocaine he ingested.
I believe it has now been established that Miss Donim was killed by Maya Fey.
That's just wrong. We've done this shtick before.
Now it's time to turn our attention to you.
Yes, sir.
After the victim died, you did something, didn't you? Let's hear it. We're all ears.
All eyes.
Emoji. After Mystic Elise died, I called out to Mystic Maya. I thought it was my duty to protect the future master of the Karain tradition, so I removed the body from the inner temple by myself. I dragged it behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge. Then I used the snowmobile to carry it back to the Hazakura Temple and... I used the Shichichito to alter the way the wound looked.
So you moved the body.
Yes. I was raised at Hazakura Temple. I owe a great deal of thanks to the Fae clan. But even so, I never imagined. The Elise Donum was actually Misty Fae. I've committed a terrible sin.
A terrible trick of fate.
I believe you're looking for a twist of fate, Your Honor.
I intended to return to the inner temple after taking care of the body. But
You were spotted by the head nun, correct?
yes, and that's why I couldn't go back.
Your story makes sense, I suppose. Mr. Wright, go ahead with your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
After Mystic Elise died, I called out to Mystic Maya.
So you waited until everything was over before making a move?
No, it's not like that.
She saw someone murdered right in front of her eyes. It's not surprising that she was a little timid.
Yes, I suppose that's true. Sometimes when I'm watching lawyers argue back and forth with each other, I feel so helpless that I just sit quietly and wait for them to reach a conclusion.
Oh my god, you are the worst at your job, aside from your brother. Isn't it your job as the judge to mediate the argument? But you.
It wasn't until Mystic Maya saw me that it finally dawned on her what she had done. I thought it was my duty to protect the future master of the Korean tradition.
So then, you knew? You knew the significance of the name Maya Fey?
Yes, of course I did.
That's odd. I mean, Sister Bikini didn't recognize Maya's name, let alone her position.
Anyway, she was a very special person indeed. So I removed the body from the inner temple by myself.
Why did you do that?
Because I didn't want Mystic Maya to be suspected in any way. I thought the best thing would be to remove the body from the crime scene.
Move the body all by yourself.
Yes, I did. Ripped. It would have been impossible if it wasn't for the snow.
Oh my god, Phoenix is still a twink.
Yeah, Phoenix is the twink of this. I can't fucking believe it. Holy shit. The snow, huh?
I dragged it behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge.
You heard drag Phoenix.
It's pretty amazing you could make it all the way across. That's a rickety old bridge.
It looks worse than it is. It's surprisingly sturdy despite its age.
It's like they say, idiots are too stupid to catch even a simple cold.
What the fuck did he just say? What's that supposed to mean? I don't understand. Like, how does that relate? But there's one other thing that bothers me. Why not just throw the body into the Eagle River? It would have been much easier than dragging it all the way to Hazakura Temple.
I thought that it would still cast too much suspicion on Mystic Maya. That's why I tried to take the body as far away as possible.
Makes perfect sense to me. For the time being. Anyway, what did you do after you crossed the bridge?
Then I used the snowmobile to carry it back to Hazakura Temple and...
The snowmobile. I knew that would show up sooner or later.
Yes, I had the key. I used the snowmobile to travel from Hazakura Temple to Dusky Bridge.
This is the part that was in question the other day. Should I ask for more details? If you really did move her body by snowmobile, then there should be tracks left in the snow, right?
Well, yes, naturally you would expect tracks.
This picture was presented at yesterday's trial. Are these the tracks from that ride?
Yes, I think they are.
But I can only see one set of tracks here.
I don't see what's so strange about that. Snow was still falling when I left Hazakura Temple.
See, snow was still falling, huh?
And then, when the murder took place, it had already stopped. That's why there are such fresh-looking tracks.
How about it, Mr. Wright? What do you think about this testimony?
Sometimes you feel like the judge is actually going to say something that has like a brain cell to it, but then he just asks a question instead because he's passing the buck to you. I know this is a video game and all, but sometimes you just want the man to have a thought. Just one. When the murder took place, the snow had already stopped? That doesn't make sense if you stack it up against the other evidence. Your Honor, I'd like the statement Iris just made added to the testimony.
But does it have something to do with the case?
All will be made clear if you allow her statement to be added to the record.
Huh, this should be fun. Let's get this snow business cleared up, shall we?
Yes, sir. By the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped.
There have been a lot of contradictions in your testimony so far. This time, are you sure it's all true?
Yes, I am.
When the murder happened, the snow had already stopped. According to you, that's why the snowmobile tracks were so clear.
That's right. I'm certain of it.
I think I've trapped her this time.
I see how you think. Snow, huh?
What is going on here?
If the snow really had stopped by the time of the murder, it'd mean there's a bigger hole in her story than that movie, The Grid Revelations. Excuse me?
Oh!
Is that a fucking, like, jab at Tron Legacy?
No, I think it's at the
How old
Matrix.
is this game?
Yeah, I thought it was Matrix too.
Oh, okay. That would make more fucking sense because I'm like, the fuck? Well, because the grid is a thing in Tron, and I'm like, Tron?
Ah.
In Phoenix, right? That'd be really confusing. No, okay. The Matrix, yes.
Tron reference in another game.
Oh? I'm excited.
Huh. Well then, Mr. Trite, perhaps you'd like to share your theory with us. Let's see what's up your sleeve. Or rather, at the end of your index finger.
That was weird.
That sounds really weird. Phoenix was picking his nose or something. At the end of my... What the fuck? I know it's his gesture, but that sounded really weird.
My mind went elsewhere.
Thanks, no. Okay. Let's put my mind out of that zone. I don't want to believe it, but I don't think my logic is failing me. Iris is trying to pin the murder on Maya. But why would she want to do that?
Kitty!
Oh, okay, you can hear her. She just woke up to scream. There's only one reason I can think of.
Did we... I just want to make sure we got all the... Pressed all the...
I actually can't remember.
I don't think we pressed this one.
Yeah. Is that what you were doing when Sister Bikini saw you?
Yes, that's right. She probably thought the worst.
Probably. More like definitely.
I see. So, Sister Bikini mistakenly thought you were the one that murdered Miss Doe.
I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. It's my fault that this case has gotten so confusing.
Alright.
So, that reminds me. So, one thing that's confused me all along, and I don't know if this was like a miscommunication with the art department or what, but in the initial depiction of Iris, quote unquote, stabbing, Elise Donim, it looked like Elise was still alive.
I think I know which
It
picture
looked
you're
as though
talking about.
Iris. Yeah, it looked as though Iris was pulling the sword from her back rather than stabbing her. So that's what my brain keeps sticking on, but because they have time of death as like she was dead at a certain time, I don't feel like that was accurately portrayed.
Let me look at something, because like I think I know which image you're talking about, and it kind of looks like she's reaching out with her hand.
I just remember her being in like she was on her hands and like splayed out from behind, like her legs were behind her in the snow, and she like her eyes were open and it looked like she was yelling.
Yeah, let me quickly Google that.
That was
Yeah.
those, like like reimaginings from someone at the moment.
That could
It was
be
probably
too. Yeah.
It was probably like I think it took place during Sister Bikini's testimony, so it might have been because of like her testimony was supposed to be faulty in some manner,
Mm-hmm.
but like it just was weird.
Yeah. Like I'm looking. I'll put that image in the chat, but yeah. Oops. But meanwhile. Fuck, I picked the wrong one again.
The evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor.
Yeah, we'll just
They aren't, are they? Judge. No. You have all the brain cells when you want to put me down, but none of the brain cells when my adversaries are here. How dare you?
That didn't copyright. Trying to do it on my phone.
I don't think that won me any points with the judge. Maybe I should take him out on a date after this.
Oh,
Image. Let me copy this phone.
I was about to be all weeb and be like, Korewa, Korewa.
There we go.
So I recently learned something through Twitter that I'd never clocked, I guess, because I don't watch as much anime as I did in the past. But that are are is like a horny like saying. And I didn't know that. Like
Got it? Or
it's like I guess a thing that like older women or slutty girls will say in anime, where they're like it's like an expression of oh what's this? I don't want to say ooh what's this? But you know it's in that oh what do we have here sort of flirtatious stuff apparently. So it's like I didn't know that was even like a thing that went into other animes. So it was like oh my god this is a whole trope now. That's so fucking weird. You claim that the snow had already stopped when the murder occurred. But I'm sorry, Iris. That just isn't possible.
What?
I just had a really dumb thought. It has nothing to do with this, so I'm... well, okay. So, I don't know if you guys have seen Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
But
long
one
time ago.
thing that was... It was a line that Lilo said, like, early in the movie. Of why she was late to hula class. And it was, I had to get Pudge a sandwich. And she's explaining, like, why she had to go through all this stuff to get Pudge a sandwich. And then her teacher goes, who's Pudge? And she goes, he's a fish. He controls the weather. And it was like, is Phoenix going to say, it's because I control the weather or some shit? Like, I don't know. That's just not possible because I control when the snow falls. I don't know where my brain came out with that. I guess it was because I was thinking about Lilo and Stitch yesterday.
That would make Phoenix what's that term? Chunyobo? I forgot the term.
Chunyobo.
Like, yeah, there's a Japanese term for like adult men who still act like they're a preteen kid and they think they're all powerful when they're not.
Huh.
I've never heard that term, but it fits. It's amazing. Yeah, just Phoenix being like, I can totally do a Kamehameha.
I mean, he has the hair.
And Edward's like, no, fucking can't. What would be a great AU is that they're both arguing over whether Phoenix can do it. Phoenix happens to like pretend to do it toward a wall and the wall explodes because someone actually bombed them, but they both are standing there like, oh my god, you can actually do it. Don't realize the danger immediately.
That would happen with Phoenix's luck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would. This is the weather data from the night of the murder. According to this, the snow didn't stop until 10:50 p.m. But you couldn't have crossed Dusky Bridge at that time. Because I was falling off of it.
Why do you say that?
Because 5 minutes before the snow stopped, Dusky Bridge was struck by lightning and had caught on fire.
What did you say? The bridge? It was on fire?
You don't mean to say you didn't know about it. It was because of that lightning strike that the bridge burned down.
What? But it can't be.
Hold up. But she knew about that. Wait, hold up. She knew about that, so who the fuck are we talking to right now? Squints at Coco and Binks.
Coco,
Why at
please
us?
edit in crickets chirping right there.
Squints at both of you. Who the fuck are we talking to right now?
You seem to know more than us, Moon, so...
Yeah, I know so many things, such as Lilo and Stitch factoids. God. It looks like you're still... Oh my god. Blah, blah, blah. It looks like you still haven't figured it out. No matter how hard you try to deceive or conceal the truth, you can't pull the wool over the eyes of a real defense attorney. Oh, you're so stupid.
No!
Phoenix, you're so full of bluster, Jesus.
Order, order, order.
The bridge was already on fire when the incident took place. That's right, the inner temple was already totally cut off from the outside world. There's no way she could have crossed the bridge. Body or no body.
Even my patience has its limits. Any further lying, and I will find you in contempt of court. Do you have anything to say for yourself?
The only person here that is truly contemptible is you. Old man.
Bitch, I will slap you. Me,
I
out
hope he
there.
does.
Do it! Do it! Do it!
Kick him out of fucking court. Say that he's in contempt of
What?
court.
Like, seriously, grow some balls, Judd. Please.
Honestly.
Whether this witness lied or not doesn't mean squat right now.
Yes, it does! Squat.
The important thing now is to find out the truth. Isn't that right?
Yes, of course, but
Whether it was snowing or not snowing, or whether the bridge was burning or not, there are two facts that can't be disputed. First, the body of Elise Dotem was discovered in the Hazakura Temple courtyard. And second, the head nun, Sister Bikini, witnessed Iris desecrating Elise Dotem's body.
See, that's dead ass, like, so far in. Like, way further in.
Yeah.
He makes a good point on both accounts.
That's right. I'm not lying.
what are you claiming this time?
I wasn't myself at all that night. So my memory is still somewhat hazy.
You stood at that witness stand and testified this entire time. Are you telling us now that your memory of that night is hazy?
It is only human to err.
I'm about to air your fucking ass when I slap the shit out of it. What the fuck?
If
You
you're
might
so
enjoy that.
yeah, I was just gonna say.
Not if I fucking take a baseball bat to him.
If
Christ.
you're so perfect, Trite, maybe you can explain this for the court.
What is it?
When the murder happened, the bridge had already burnt down. But somehow, the body traveled across the bridge and was found in the temple courtyard. Perhaps you have some kind of perfect explanation for this little magic trick.
Well, not exactly no, but I could make a fucking easy-ass guess. You know, like the murder occurred earlier, other shit happened. You know, normal court stuff. I know there must be some other way she got across that burnt-out bridge. Like, going across it before it burnt. But unless I can somehow demonstrate it, we'll never know the truth.
It looks like the defense is not prepared to offer a suitable explanation.
You see what I mean? In other words, you're in no position to suggest that this lady's testimony isn't the truth.
No, like literally she just said it ain't the fucking truth.
Alright then, witness, let's hear your testimony once more.
About what, Your Honor?
You've admitted that you moved the victim's body. Nevertheless, your prior testimony contained a rather large inconsistency. Please add an explanation for that to your testimony.
Yes, Your Honor.
Will this be her final testimony?
And with that, we will end this episode right here. Thank you folks for joining us, and see you next time.
Bye!
Bye!
That voice crack.
I'm very ready to actually commit a murder on Godot.
Do it. We're
So
backing
very
you
ready.
up.
Literally, like, Mia, get ready to catch your boyfriend in the afterlife. Do away with.
Nah, because he would go to hell, whereas she would go to heaven.
But that means she's just got to catch him to slam dunk him down there.
Well, he's trying to prosecute her sister, so I think she would.
Hell yeah. Oh my god. You can't just fucking throw that in there without saying anything. He fucking would wear that. He loves Sailor Moon. I like how Danny's the one who has to see this too. That's so beautiful. I cry.